Alright, the reason this channel exists and one of my biggest passions in life is feeling my best physically, mentally, spiritually, aligning that connection and enjoying life the best. And the way you do that is mood follows action. If you want the best mood, you have to follow the best actions in your life. I've nailed down those actions to some pretty simple things, which I talk about in all my videos. Community, self-love, healthy plant-based diet, yoga, movement, and I can't emphasize community enough, and sharing and talking to your friends and getting loves and hugs and all of that. So when I screw up on those things, I get in a little slump. The last few days, I've been super freaking stressed. I'm building a house. I have a new assistant whom I love, but that's also work to get her integrated into the flow. I have been trying to post YouTube videos, which I've been upset that I haven't, because I've been selling at the farmer's market and my project, driving all over the country of Costa Rica, picking up friends. It's all pura vida, it's all todo bien. But I'll be honest and vulnerable in this video. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this, but maybe. When certain things in my life get stressful, this makes me upset at myself, but it's true, I still use some of that destructive behavior, bad actions, which makes my mood go down, as a crutch in the moment because they feel good. Not doing yoga and watching stupid YouTube videos feels good sometimes. Eating a little junkier food when you could eat a salad and sweet potatoes and beans, that feels good sometimes in the moment, and then you feel like crap the next day, the next hour, and I'm not into that. I'm into the high vibe lifestyle. Now for the last maybe 3 days, I would say I've been living not as high vibe as I want to be. I'm not in some crazy low place, but it is time to get that slap in the face, get back to being my highest vibe self, best body, best connection, early mornings, all of it. You know, I woke up this morning, I'm gonna be honest, my face is puffy. I feel like I ate too much salt last night. I haven't gotten close to enough sleep. I feel a little bit bloated. You know that feeling of just, it's not fully dialed in and right. You wanna feel the spark of life. You wanna be confident. That's how I usually am. So when I'm not, I say to myself, okay, the only way I'm gonna change is if I make a fucking video or if I call a friend and tell them I've been screwing up, I need to change, and that's what this is. So let's do it. Here's how we're starting. Here's what my body's looking like. I feel bloated. I took a big poop this morning, drank some coffee, and the first thing you have to do when you are trying to get out of a slump, you gotta start with yoga. If you don't start with yoga, at least for me, I'm just screwed. I'm not gonna go do all the good things I have to do throughout the day. So do I want to do yoga right now? Not exactly. I'm a little achy, but I'm gonna feel so good. Vamos. I did some personal yoga and coffee drinking this morning. Got a ton of work done too. I planted carrots in the garden from seed, Swiss chard, strawberries. Yeah, did yoga, drank some coconut water. Lauren slept in a bit, which is nice, settling in. Gotta get your rest. We work a lot. I need more sleep. It's hard for me to wake up anything past 6 o'clock with the dogs. Walking out on my favorite trail in nature, don't get hit by cars. You know, use Plantriotic discount code 10% off. I eat daily green boost every day.
Hey guys, I'm Jackson's assistant, Lauren. Oh, the dog's barking. And I just wanted to tell you guys something that I learned about Jackson that I did not know before. Malu, which is that Jackson loves to pick up hitchhikers. We picked up 3 hitchhikers today. 2 of them were from Hawaii, the other one was from Canada. And it's just something I didn't know before when I used to watch Jackson, but I now know, and I thought you guys would want to know, so you're welcome.
Lauren, I feel like it was just a few days ago that we were standing right here, I think I was standing here. It was in the morning, the sun was over there. And we were starting this video, felt a little bloated and shitty and disappointed in myself when I go down a little slump in my always progressing high vibe way of life towards bliss and sustainability and just feeling good. It's been what, 3-4 days. The first few days weren't as good as I would have hoped, and the last 2 days I've been dialed in. I've been intermittent fasting. I haven't been eating too much all day. I've been exercising every day and then eat a big dinner at night, and I feel it. I feel it in my face, in my body, and honestly in my happiness. So here are the results, just the physical results. I'm flexing, of course, but you can totally see from the first video. I feel leaner, better, more flexible. Like, I've been doing yoga every morning. Guys, doing yoga every morning, I'm a little upset that Lauren doesn't do yoga. Sorry to call you out. When I don't do yoga versus when I do yoga, it's like, this is the easiest, most potent medicine that you can take in order to just have the best start to your day, to hope to feel the best. I swear, if I don't do yoga, I'm screwed. Everything's just like achy and like downward vibe, I swear. Every day I've been doing yoga and I feel good. So this should just be inspiration. We're midway through this video series. We're gonna tune back in like 4 days, and I'll tell you how the 4 days went. Did I have any dips down? Was it all good? What did I do? And then we're gonna see the results. So this is probably like a 10 to 12 day transformation, week and a half, 2 weeks, get back on track, see what you can do. That's what I've been doing. I've been eating fruit, a little bit of fruit at like noon, and then dinner. It takes discipline, but when you're trying to make a transformation, it's not always easy. Living the lifestyle is easy. Once you lose the fat, once you gain the muscle, to maintain, it's much more tranquilo. You don't need to be as disciplined as when you're trying to transform. Transformation takes effort and takes discipline, so you have to go into battle. You have to say, this isn't gonna be the most fun or exciting 10 days of food and maybe socializing even. If you're a little grumpy, screw it. You're going into battle. 10 days, you're good, and then you can go back to living your life and eating sufficient calories and everything. That's my philosophy with it. Making these types of videos and talking about weight loss and body stuff is always interesting and complicated because I started my channel and I'm so passionate about eating disorder recovery, and there's some people probably watching this video that shouldn't be watching videos about losing weight and getting abs and stuff, because that's not where you are in your journey, and I honor that, but I make videos for everybody, and this is where I'm at in my journey. I haven't struggled with a lot of my orthorexic or restrictive eating behaviors in a while, a couple years. If anything, it's more in like the binging mode for emotional reasons. That's why now I make some videos sometimes where I need to lose a little bit of weight and lose some of that salt retention and eat healthier. Whereas when I started my channel, I was trying to eat junkier foods because I was in like an orthorexic prison eating disorder. So I'm just changing as a human. My journey is always changing. So this is where I'm at now, and I hope that everyone knows that and is mindful, and you watch my videos and take advice depending on the advice I'm giving for the type of transformation. I have videos out there about restrictive eating, other videos about more binge eating. So just wanted to clarify that. Feeling good, happy, over 7 years vegan, high vibe. I eat local food. I don't eat that much protein, just a little bit of beans at night. This is what's up. Feeling good. Let's say we're on day 5 or 6 since we filmed the first clip. Feeling good, guys. Feeling high vibe. These are some of the results. There's a big difference. Strong, high energy, light, flexible, and here's what I've been doing. Here is why I've gotten these great results in just a few days. Snap back from my slump. I was in a slump. I hate that. And now I'm back up, and every time I get on this upward trend, I say to myself, and I say to my friends like Lauren and the people around me, which helps me be so much more accountable, because I can't always just trust myself to make consistent positive change, but I tell the people around me, I'm on an upward trend, and I'm not going back down again. So if you see me eating chips at midnight, if you hear me, come out and be like, that's not in alignment with what you're doing. And when I tell the people around me, it helps me to stay accountable and to stay high vibe. And so let me tell you what I've been doing, and it starts with this right here. I woke up, I did yoga. I then walked through the mountains with my dogs in nature, probably 4 miles, up hills, down hills, went into a river, swam in nature, moved my body, picked up a big sweat, and I intermittent fasted, just drank coconut water and coffee this morning. Now I have watermelon, high water content, sweet fruit. For me, that's what works, and that's what I promote. Look, maybe some other foods work better for you. I'm just sharing my experience in eating when I'm in a period of transition and wanting to feel better and cleansed and healthy. Even a little weight loss, even a little fat loss, get rid of the bloating if you've just been not mindful eating for a few days like I did last week. High water content, sweet, good quality fruit, and intermittent fasting. So it's probably like 1:30 now. This is my first real meal. I'll eat a bunch of watermelon, let that digest, have a mono meal. That's so good for forms of transitioning to feeling better. Make your diet less complicated. Instead of cooking a big meal with fats and cooked food and seeds and fruit as well, just eat a bunch of bananas, or eat mangoes if you live in an area with mangoes, or eat rice and beans. Make it simple, and that is great for your digesting. It also makes you way less bloated when you eat mono meals, when you eat one thing instead of all this combination. So I've been eating simply. I've been eating fruit in the day, and then I'll have dinner at night, and that's been easy on my body, and I've loved the results, and I've kept up energy, just feeling good. And I'm passionate about it, so I want to share just the principles and what I've been doing in order to get back up, because I know all of you want to get back up too, and we're all human and we get down. So whenever you get down there, you can use these tools to do it. We're going to check in next with the final result, like a 10-day transformation video, I guess. All right, this is the end of this series, and I can say I am victorious. I did what I set out to do. Unfortunately, I have a little cold right now. Yesterday was the worst day. When I get a cold, I like notice it before bed, then I'm sick all day, then the next day I'm almost perfect, and that's today. So I feel much better, but I'm a little sick. Unfortunately, I have to show this end of the feel good, get back on track week that I minor cold and cough, but it's really not bad. It's gonna be okay. It only happens to me like once every year, 2 years, not a big deal. But the point of this week, as you saw in this vlog, was to get myself from a place where I was just not vibing high. I was eating late at night, junkier foods, not on my meditation, not on my yoga practice, just wasn't myself. I was alone, didn't have community around, and we started this series in order to show in a couple of weeks, is it like 10 days-ish, how you can get back on track, and I feel it. In terms of how I feel in my mind, I am just completely, like for real, more grounded than before. I have more confidence. That's a huge thing. When I'm not exercising and eating and doing my mindfulness practices to make myself my best, I'm not as confident when I just move through everything, meeting people, social interactions when I'm selling at the farmer's market. Now I feel that confidence. For me, it's actually a fine line between narcissism and confidence, and you have to keep yourself in check. I think I'm a pretty rad person, but I feel good right now in myself, and that feels nice emotionally, mentally. And so let's talk about the body. You know, you saw in the beginning, I was a bit bloated, I was a bit soft 10 days ago. Just not how I usually am and how I feel best doing yoga and exercising. Here's the results. I think it's pretty good. I feel good. Much leaner, no bloating, fat, flat stomach, healthy, not too lean. I feel good. And I'm not, you know, lifting crazy weights, just hiking, yoga, push-ups, stuff like that. This video is just to serve as motivation to you that if you're in a place, your physical body, maybe your mind place, you're so stressed. Being in slumps suck, but it's a part of the human experience. We get emotional traumas, triggers, and then we sometimes self-sabotage in order to think that we're gonna feel better. Drugs, alcohol, junk food, just being stupid. That never works long term. So this video is just to show you that in a week and a half, I was able not to change my life, but something on the lines of that. I was just vibrating lower than I'm vibrating right now. I have more confidence, I'm happier, I'm more connected, I'm more mindful, I'm getting better sleep, my digestion's better, you name it, I look better. Just everything, and here's the main things I did. Community, hanging out with friends and being vulnerable and sharing your struggles so that you can be motivated to keep going. Number 2, healthy whole food plant-based diet, then yoga and movement and exercise, and spend time in nature. It's 4 or 5 simple things that you can do wherever you live, no matter if you live in New York or out in Costa Rica, California. And that's the way that I get back on track. And then once I do, I keep doing those mindfulness practices and lifestyle practices day after day, and I'm feeling good. Thank you for watching the video. It was really fun for me. Thank you for serving as my motivation so that, you know, I can make these videos and be accountable and get back on track. If you want this type of thing, there's lots of options. You can email me, we can do some coaching stuff, you can watch some more of my videos, you can DM me on Instagram, we can just talk. You can apply to my retreat happening August 1st through 7th here in Costa Rica, which is gonna be a week of this, of getting better, of community, of yoga, of healthy food, of exercise. It's gonna be incredible. I think there's 8 spots left on that. There's a link in the description of this video to apply to my retreat, and there's a whole description of what the retreat is. Herbalism workshops, permaculture, surfing, yoga, nature, tropical fruit. It's gonna be amazing. So apply to that, and that's many ways you can connect with me and get back on track and start vibing high. Much love, Dream Extreme. Thank you. Vamos.